Hey, this is Will from Mobile Fun, and today we'll be looking at the top 5 cases for the Google Nexus 7. So we're going to start out with this SD TabletWear LuxFolio case. As you can see, very cool. It's got a faux leather look, and if you slide in your tablet, you'll see that it secures very neatly. This piece of Velcro here, you just slip that around, and then press it down, and then it'll be nice and secure. Now, it comes with cutouts, as you would expect for all the relevant things. You've got the front-facing camera here. You've got nothing on this side, you've got micro USB here, and headphone jack there. And there's even a bit of a grill for the speaker on the back as well. Now, this case, as well as having a kind of executive appearance, includes a kickstand, so if you're watching a movie, then you can just set it up like that. And it has 3 levels, denoted by these little ridges, so you can have it in a lot of different formations, depending on where you're sitting, which is quite convenient. Yeah, it'll be a good case for protection because it's quite thick, quite durable, and yeah, gives you a good feel. It's a very kind of professional looking case, I think. So our next one is a similar kind of item. It is the Rowcheck Executive. And as you can see, your Nexus 7 will go in a little bit differently. It's got these 2 fixed points at the bottom, and then little flexible wraparounds at the top. Let me just grab those. And yeah, there you go. So in this one you can see there's a few pockets on the left hand side, so if you wanted to have any coins or cards or anything like that, you can do that. Goes here, and instead of using a magnetic closing like the other one, it uses a little bit harder to do but a little bit more secure option, which is just having a little flap there. As you can see, it also includes cutouts as and when needed. Now this case is it has a little bit of a nicer feel than the other one, I think. It's a little bit softer to the touch, but it's still quite hard. And yeah, should be a good option if you're looking for a real kind of executive, professional look for your Nexus 7. So our next case is going to be a little bit of a departure from this. This is going to be the Case Logic sleeve, and obviously you're not going to be using this while you're using your Nexus 7. It's going to be, when you're done using it, you'll just put it in here and zip it up. So this gives you a lot of protection. It has a semi-rigid exterior, which means that it should be able to resist most impacts as well as scratches. And yeah, it feels like a very solid thing for you to put your tablet away in. You're not going to be having any problems. So, if you put this in your bag, then your Nexus 7 is going to stay in one piece for sure. Now, it has a pretty cool mechanism here. If you look behind the teeth, see that there's a little guard, which makes sure that when you zip up the case, you're not actually zipping up and granching along the side of your Nexus 7. So, nice little feature there. This is a good protective option if you don't care too much about the size of the case, because it is a little bit on the large side. Not really a problem if you're going to throw this in a big backpack, but if you're going to throw it in something smaller, like your pocket or a handbag or something like this, then we do have an alternative, which might be a little bit better. It's the Cool Bananas case, and as well as having a silly name, as you can see, it's a lot smaller than the other case. So if I slide the Nexus 7 in there, you'll see that it is basically just the size of the Nexus 7 itself. So if I zip it up, you'll see basically right up against the edges there, which means you get a very small case. It's very slim, but it does mean that you have a little bit less protection than you would on the other one. It also has a front pocket, so if you need to keep any cables or SD cards, whatever, you've got that option. That's the Cool Bananas case. Let me just show you those 2 cases side by side so you can kind of get an idea of their relative sizes. So this one is quite flat. I mean, obviously we don't have Nexus 7 in there, but as you can see, this one has a fair amount of padding, whereas this one is pretty much just the neoprene. This one is just, whatever kind of leather or whatever it is. Right, so our final case today is going to be the FlexiShield Wave. Now this comes in a bunch of colors, including blue. Blue is my personal favorite, so that's the one I'm going to go for. It also comes in red, black, and purple, I believe. Maybe one more color. And yeah, it's a very, very slim case. If you want to have a case on your Nexus 7 at all times, just to make sure it's protected, this is a really good option. So as you can see, it covers the entire case, or the entire chassis of the Nexus 7. It also includes cutouts wherever you need them. So here on the back for the ports. It's even got the microphones on the back as well. And of course the speaker has an entire slot dedicated to it. And on the front you'll see that this is slightly raised, so if you put down your Nexus 7 face down, you're not going to run into any scratches or anything like that. So this is a really slim, very good option, and I think this is probably my overall recommendation. If you're not sure, pick up one of these. You won't be disappointed. It's not ridiculously expensive either. and it's available in a lot of colors, so you can add a little bit of splash of color to your purchase. So yeah, this is Will with Mobile Fun, and these have been the top 5 cases for the Google Nexus 7. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, ask them, and yeah, thanks again.